Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So with this video, it's the second part of the previous video you will see. This is the second part of it. I'm going to talk about a different topic on this one, so that is why I separated them. But I will apply the same effects here as well. So do make sure that you watch the other one as well, so it's easier to understand what I'm doing. So first we will change up the font style. So what I'm going to do is take this content aside. I'm going to drag and drop this one here. Okay, then I'm going to middle align the fonts. Then I'm going to center align everything. Okay, so we have 5 out of 13 auto darkening lens. So we're going to copy paste that on top of it, so it is consistent with the rest of the theme. Then we will copy this, right, and paste it here, and then we will adjust it later when we have everything edited there. Also, I'm going to remove this because it was saying the same information twice. When we have the size explained here, it's not a good idea to explain it on the side as well. So I'm going to copy that as well. Hmm. Copy. Just going to just check how much text we need to show before we make any decision. So definitely the tagline needs to be in 2 lines instead of one as we see right now, but that definitely will extend everything down. So first I wanted to talk about how the product is placed. I don't like this way because this is an empty area. There is no background to it and it doesn't fit well with the rest of the design, and it looks like the product is not cut out of the background, and it's just like a lot of very much out of place. So I really don't like this. I'm going to get the previous image. So it's like very much out of space. If you look here and here, these look like two different designs, especially because of this. I also do not like that the dimension is mentioned twice. I think this is like not good use of the information. I think people can just understand once you have edited the dimension onto the product. We don't have to say it twice. So I think we it's not a good idea. So we will remove that as well. I don't like how the information is displayed, which I'm already fixing and using the same style as I did for the previous image, so it matches and looks good. Because we already know that that style will look good with this design, so we're just going to go with that. Okay, so usually the best way to use a product images to cut it off. In this specific image I won't use these styles, so I'm going to remove that as well. uh, I like that. Hmm, uh, hmm, I'm not sure. Hmm. This is very confusing. I think there are 3 layers or something like that. 4 layers to it. So okay, I have no idea. So hmm, Always make sure that you try to keep everything organized. I think that way is easier to edit and also for you to make changes if you see it. Because if it's like all over the place, then you are prone, you are like less likely to try to do the changes because it's too difficult to move around things. So, so I'm going to delete this information. I'm going to delete this 4 as well. Hmm. Always keep your think the product is like has so many different layers to it. It's like so difficult to actually grab everything and try to change it because you always end up like uh, touching different layers, you know, which is not a good idea, not a good thing because that makes you more confused. Just individually trying to, you see, this layer is extended to this side, so if I grab something from here, it's going to confuse me. Okay. Okay, so I think this is it. I'm going to lock it for a second so I can delete this. I would typically make it a smart object and then go to the smart object and oh, I see more stuff. Delete this. I will trim it down. Trim. This will, oops, this will make the artboard comes to the edge to the product, so it's easier to, you know. Where did my layers went? It's pretty weird. Okay, here it is. Okay, now it's easier to resize for me. Okay, first I'm going to try different things. Maybe I will make the font smaller, like here, and then check if it still works. Doesn't blends in too much. I'm trying to look at it from a distance. It works. It does work. Maybe I wish I can make it a little bit bigger. 37, 38. Yeah, in 37. I will leave it at 37. I do want the product to be bigger, so that's why I'm making sacrifice on the font. I'm going to double check if it's in. Sometimes I'm new to Mac, so it's like very difficult for me to use all the new shortcuts and stuff like that. Command A is not working for me for some reason. Okay, so first I will keep it at this size, right? Then I will take a screenshot. I don't know the short key right now. Sorry about that. Okay, this looks good. Uh, capture. And how do you copy this image? Hmm. Okay, I will just save it. Hmm? Maybe it's, yeah, okay, I can find it in recent. Okay, this is the image. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a size 2 by 4, right? I think I will do it on this end because it's bigger. Hmm. Maybe I will give it dotted lines, make it 1.5 maybe. Yeah, then I'll give it end bar 1.5 as well. Then I'll just say 4 inches. Sorry, I dropped something. Let me pick it up. Okay, so then I think I will go with bold and give it a white. Okay, so either we can do this or we can give it the inches icon, which is this one, which what I think Aisha did, which is a good thing. Yeah. Okay, now we will make it bigger. We will align it. We see from a distance if the size of the text is not too big. Okay, this is good size. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the size of the side is 2, so we will correct that. We'll add 2, then we will just copy this and put it on this end and on the other one, so it follows the same alignment as the product. So then we will put it at the top, so there is space, same ideally the same amount ideally the same amount of space we have here and here. I think in here it looks closer than this end, so we will just try to put it down so and see it from a distance. Looks good. I will get the point a bit under so it's accurate. Then I will just take this, move it around. Okay, we'll grab everything, move it up a bit, take this, make it 4, add it like this, put it above, same as we did on the side. I will copy this, and drop it here. Okay, this is good enough. Okay, so the next trick we're going to do is grab both, make it bigger. Then we will create shadow. I usually use this technique to create shadow. Everybody has a different one. Just make sure the end result is good. If you want to copy mine, that's all good. If you have your own, that is also good. Just make sure the end result is good. So I'll make it a smart object then. You cannot see much of the shadow. I think I will customize the shadow a little bit. So what I do usually is just take a rough estimate. I click on one side, then press shift on my keyboard and click on the other, and then you can do this. And actually, I remember Aisha taught me this a few years ago. I still remember that. And then I will fix this bottom area. Okay, I think this looks good. We will save this and we will compare. Okay, now you can see. Okay, I'm going to drag it next to each other so we can actually compare them. I'm going to say 100. Okay, the fonts are added better, the product is much bigger and easy to see, and I think I remove all the unnecessary stuff from it, so it's more clear and more to the point, which is good. When there is important information showing, always make sure that is highlighted properly and can be seen easily, which is, I think, is a very good idea. I made the product bigger, which is because it's important that we show the size of the product. If we have done proper research, we can understand that this product, the most important part about this product is the size, because uh, all the screens for this comes in different sizes, and it's always hard to find the right size for your own helmet, the welding helmet. So for customer, it's always important that they can find a accurate size and they can always pinpoint it very quickly. So that's why this information is important, and I'm trying to show it in a clear, bigger way, so they don't miss out. They understand what's has been said in the design and in the whole series. So I think this looks much better and more functional for the customer, and I hope this been helpful. Always make sure that you know all the main points you are going to discuss and showcase in the design. Make sure you can make those points clear as much as possible, and also at the same time make sure it blends very well with the design. If you compare these two images, The font selection etc is blending very well, and also by removing the white background etc, the product is blending very well. I understand the product is dark and the background is also dark, but this is not the best way to highlight the product because it's actually taking more room away from the actual product. This way, you do give up a little on the blending because it blends too much, but instead you make the whole product very large on the design so it's easier to spot on. So I think that does cover for the product being a dark color and background being a dark color. So I think the heart was in the right place when that decision was made, but I think this is a better option to go with, and client will appreciate this much more because it really works well with the design. Doesn't look like it's been two different things stick together. So I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any further question you can ask me. Thank you.